Hello everyone, this is Paula and we're back today to finally do a flip through of my design team project for Tracy Fox, Love Junk Journals. I'll leave that description below. We're going to be working with the Scrappy Seasons ephemera and the Wallpaper Hearts set 1 and 2. Okay, now those are random. I just kind of picked some out of there. And yeah, so if you go back and look at the last 2 videos, you'll find that the very first one will show what this was to start with. Okay, kind of looks like a little briefcase or something. It's pretty big. It's actually just like 12 and a quarter on the length, and it's about 9 wide approximately. This is just like what I'm calling it is a ephemera holder or folder to hold some of your favorite ephemera. And this time I decided my favorite was the Seasons ephemera, the Scrappy Seasons ephemera. Get it out in a minute. It was lots of fun to play around with, and it will make a beautiful journal. I could tell by looking at it, but I had this folder that I got a cross stitch in from Russia, and I just was anxious to use this. So I'm going to sit down and hope that I don't move it, because the slightest move will take it off of where it needs to be. So I'm going to be very careful. So basically, I just did a triple tie here with some buttons. You just twisted around that button and left this button close. And this will undo here. And then you'll have like this set of 2 sets of strings and 2 buttons. And just simple. You just tie it around, wrap it around, twist it around. And then you have this little string of fun over here. Then you just separate them out. Now, I just collaged large pieces for this folder. And so what I mean by that is I just tore the different book pages or journal pages or collage pages, whichever you want to call them. And I just started out with what the season was now, which is still butterflies and flowers and starting to get brown a little bit. I zigzagged around this whole folder. And you know, I just gave you the measurements. That was not easy to do with my machine. So I put everything down with glue stick. And then when it dried, I stitched around it all. Okay, and then I added these buttons and so forth. So when you open the inside, you have this, just all kinds of goodness going on. So these were these on the top and the bottom, these flaps that fold over, give this folder some depth. And I just tripled up the foam tape that you get like at Walmart with adhesive and glued in between them and stacked them up where they would stay down right here and right here. And this one won't come up at all, but it will hold any kind of journal you might want, or strips of papers or whatever. You know, you can use it for strips of scrapbook papers, leftover strips like this, or some of Gail's little trims that she has in her shop. Anything that you would like. Okay, so first of all, let's go ahead and start here in the middle. Now, mind you, it is a little art form to get everything out. And I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to lay something over it as I show you, because I don't want the whole thing looking confusing to you as you look. So I'm just going to lay this right here. So this goes in the center of the ephemera folder. And no, it's not a traveler's notebook. It is just 2 envelopes, tea-stained envelopes, or they were already stained. I can't remember on these, but they were just 2. Slid the insides together, glued those insides down, and then just did every one of the pages. You might as well say every one, real close to every one of the pages. And then I tied them in the middle using crochet thread. And, you know, there's a lot of flip outs here, different things. Tea stain on the opposite side of the pictures. I could have flipped them and colored them as well, but I decided not to. And then you just have all kinds of ephemera that will fit up in here nicely. That comes with the Scrappy Seasons ephemera kit. Okay, and then back here you have a whole lot of more. That made a lot of sense, didn't it? A whole lot more of these ephemera cards. And you'll find those throughout this little folder. Big folder, not little, it's big. Okay, so here are some of the wallpaper heart sets. These are a couple of the sizes, and I just put a pocket on here from the Scrappy Seasons ephemera kit, and then popped this heart up, and then just added a little tag right there. And basically, you've seen everything. It hasn't been decorated, so whoever can get hold of the inside can decorate that portion, because I really thought it would look better not decorated. Okay, so now I'm going to put this back in here, and you really do have to have it glued nicely, the fold ends at the top and the bottom, to develop the pockets, you know, to hold this and the strips and whatever else you might. I mean, you could put paper back here. You could do whatever. Okay, and I'm going to hold it up so you can see those little strips. I don't know if you'll be able to or not. See the yellow right here and right here? There's a set just like it at the bottom. Now here on the bottom, I did a couple bags, and I put a label on them, and I didn't worry about them being perfect. I inked everything, and I put circles here, and I glued half of this circle down so you could just flip this up and out. And there you have your bag. And your bag holds ephemera. And this just has butterflies, some of Tracy's butterflies and moths and you name it, all the different cool little creatures, bugs or whatever. But I can't get in there because I have the wrong hand I'm trying to do it with. And my other hand will not do it for a couple more days anyway. But anyway, you can decide how you want to do this yourself. But it's full of ephemera, little ephemera tags and butterflies and so forth. And so you just take everything that comes in the kit and just build yourself a folio-like folder, or order something from Russia. So up here on the top, I added, I made some vellum pockets like we've all been seeing. And then I just put in tags and little journaling cards and just all kinds of fun stuff. And what I thought about this was, if you're working on a project and you know that you're going to use, let's say, this particular paper. So you would look up the Scrappy Seasons ephemera pack at Tracy's shop, Love Junk Journals. And then you could print it off, and then you'd be ready to start. Now, you would have to come up with your own folder. And there's all kinds of folders out there. Just look everywhere until you find exactly what you think you'd like to use. Now you could do these 3 pockets all the way down. I kind of wished that I had after the fact, but really what I'm doing is I had this really cute piece of paper that's been on my desk, and it just looked like it went with Tracy's kit. So I just rounded one corner and inked it and glued it down to hold tags. It has plenty of room for tags. I mean, look at all these. And some pockets. And so what you do is you just put all your goodies in this area, and you can go through it. If you want to go out in the yard, on a picnic table, or somewhere under a shade tree or whatever, and you can do however you want to build a book, or maybe to just write a letter. This would be great for stationery as well. So, yeah. So I hope you had fun in the couple of videos prior to this. I just got busy on it, and it just hit me what I wanted to do with it. And so I thought, I love this paper. This is going to be the best thing to use. So you could title this book as well. Now I'm going to fold this in, and when I do, I'm picking up the other string here off to the side. Okay, so I'm picking up this one and this one, and I'm going to pull it closed all the way to my left, straighten out the string, and then I'm just going to wrap it underneath and around, and you can tighten it as tight as you want, and then go around your old buttons and close it off. You could put a title on here, such as, you know, ephemera pack, or work in progress, whatever you wanted to call it. But I think what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to put it in my, I may put it in my shop, or I may not. I may have to think on it for a little bit. But if you're interested, you contact me through Etsy, and I will put it in the shop. But if no one's interested, I'm just going to just keep it, and that's how it's going to be, right? And anyway, I think it turned out really cute. You could add clips, you could add anything. Sorry for my big bulky bandage, but you could add a clip here. Of course, my hands aren't strong enough right now, but that would be cute on here. You could add a big label, metal label in the front, like on here, you know, and it could just say ephemera pack. And I might do that if I decide to put it in the shop. So I hope you enjoyed today. Go check out Tracy. You can't miss Tracy Fox on Etsy and on her YouTube. She's fabulous. I've learned so much from her, and she has some of the very best digitals you'll find. So this is the Scrappy Seasons ephemera, and then I use the wallpaper heart set 1 and 2. And again, I'll link it below. I'll link her Etsy below, and go check out her Facebook page. It's wonderful. It's the Foxy Crafters, and you can't miss all the challenges and fun that they have there. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.